As elections are coming up this May, the United Conservative Party revealed its last provincial budget for this year's last Tuesday.
With many Albertans still picking apart the budget itself, students are wondering how this budget will affect them. Our Roy Navarro joins us live from our news center with more on that.
Thanks, guys. With Alberta's revenues reaching $70.7 billion and its spending reaching $68.3 billion, the UCP government has managed to secure itself with a $2.4 billion surplus. They plan on spending more on our province's education and healthcare sectors, but what do any of these numbers really mean for post-secondary students?
In fact, Mr. Speaker, I believe Alberta's best days are ahead. Thank you.
It was on a chilly Tuesday afternoon when the new provincial budget for this year was released to the public. Many of the sectors that are being focused on in the budget directly affect the city of Edmonton, like education, housing, and healthcare. The mayor of Edmonton, Amarjeet Sohi, is excited to see where this budget takes Edmonton this year and the years to come.
We deserve the support that is necessary to build a great capital city and look forward to that conversation with the parties.
However, not everyone was satisfied with the UCP's provincial budget this year. The New Democratic Party made some comments about the budget.
Frankly, the best news in Danielle Smith's first budget is that it could very well be her last one.
With the NDP making comments on the different sections of the budget, the education sector, more specifically the post-secondary sector, has been under fire lately with the recent changes to tuition.
The UCP has jacked up tuition over the last 3 years and cut funding to post-secondaries, making the offerings of programs even more difficult, and as a result, tuition went up, and up.
And with copious amounts of money still being spent in the province, post-secondary schools are left questioning, especially after the recent tuition freeze 3 weeks ago, where they'll get their funding.
Institutions like NAIT use the provincial budget as a way to fund the school's programs, teachers, and support systems for students. With NAIT still digesting the new budget for this year, NAITSA, the student association here at NAIT, is left to wonder how this will affect students.
Well, costs are going up, and they always seem to be going up, but I think there's a little bit of a reprieve knowing that tuition will be at least, forecasted and stabilized, and families can save and kind of know what they're getting into without any surprise 5, 6, 7% hikes like we've seen in the past.
Institutions like MacEwan got $125 million in order to build a new business center, which we will be covering more in depth later on. And the University of Alberta got 20 additional spaces for medical degrees, which will get doubled by next year.
Roy, how does this year's UCP provincial budget compare to last year's estimates?
The revenues for this year is $5.4 billion lower than what was expected, and the spending is about $2.6 billion higher than what was estimated, and the surplus is at least $8 billion lower than what was forecasted.
Roy, other than healthcare and education, what other sectors were highlighted in the budget?
Earlier, I had mentioned that housing was one of the things that was highlighted, but other sectors include hospitals, roads, transit systems, municipal infrastructure support, as well as agricultural and natural resources.
Thanks, Roy. That's our Roy Navarro reporting live from outside of our news center.